So the graphing calculator can give us a really convenient way of exploring equations and how we can compare if we add numbers to equations or subtract numbers or multiply by numbers, how that changes the shape of the graph, what it does to the graph. So I'm going to explore a simple equation, a linear equation, something like y equals 2x. I'm going to type that into my y sub 1 and look at that graph. That's just a simple line that goes through the origin. Looks something like this. And when we use the graphing calculator, we can type in up to 10 different equations. So I'm just going to move down to the second one, and I'm going to take that 2x, and I'm going to add a number like 5, maybe add 5 to that 2x, and see what that does to the graph. So when we graph these together, we can see that it took the place where it was crossing right here at the origin and move that up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places up on your y-axis. So it actually changed the y-intercept. So we could actually put in a third one in y sub 3, and we could look at something like y equals 2x subtract 5. And we could probably guess that that's probably going to move the graph down 5. And sure enough, there it is, crossing down here at -5 instead of up here at 5. Notice, however, all three of these lines appear to be the same steepness. So we haven't really affected the slope at all by adding and subtracting numbers to 2x. So let's try doing that. Let's keep our 2x in there and clear out these other ones. And instead of adding and subtracting numbers, let's try to change the number that's actually multiplying our x, the 2. So let's try maybe negative 2x. Let's see how that compares with 2x. So when we look at the graph of that, our blue line is still going uphill from left to right, but our y equals negative 2x is now coming downhill from left to right. So that's what happens when we go from a positive to a negative number. We can also take a look at what happens when we actually change the 2 to maybe something bigger, like maybe something like 5x. So let's compare y equals 2x to y equals 5x and look at those graphs. So the blue line is going through the origin with a steepness of 2, a slope of 2, and here's the one with a steepness of 5. So it's actually going uphill faster, but it is still going uphill because 5 is a positive number. We can also look at something like maybe a smaller number than 2, like maybe 0.5 or a half x, and see what that does to our graph and our steepness of our graph. So there it is. They're all of three of them are going through the origin, but the green line is a little bit flatter than the blue line and the red line. And just to remind you, those equations, there they are. So the blue is a slope of 2, the red is a slope of 5, and the green is a slope of a half.